Hello friends, there's a video that I want you guys to listen, and I'll come back and then I'll give you guys my own analysis on what I think or what I thought about that particular video. I think that video was about 2 days ago that one of the, I don't know the guy, but he went to one of the television stations and granted an interview and was saying that that Nnamdi Kanu should be killed. That the only way peace can return to the Southeast is for him to be killed. So I don't know if you guys watch it. I'm going to play that video and I'm going to come back and give you guys my own thought. Watch that video.
Yes, I concur with her. Let me be sincere with you. That's the last level we want to talk about now. The only way to return full normalcy, I'm saying it on air, if you watch the system the whole thing is going, the time they arrested Nnamdi Kanu, it was like up and down, up and down. Yeah. The time they arrested Simeon Ekpa, it cut to 50%. The time that Nnamdi Kanu was convicted, it reduced to 10%. That's what we are battling now. Put it on air. If Nnamdi Kanu is there today, if government of Nigeria will kill Nnamdi Kanu, trust me, normalcy will start coming. And that's all what every Igbo man prays for. Now again, for you to concur to what he's saying, government cannot do it all. And that's...
All right. I believe you guys have seen that video. All right. This is my own thought. So that video was released 2 days ago. First of all, this is my first time I don't know much about that guy. And I believe most of you will be surprised to see that interview and was surprised that he was making that statement. But there's something behind that statement you guys have not... Do you think it is possible for somebody to walk into a television station, considering how hot Nigeria is, both insecurity, people that are agitated, people that are still angry about the lockup of Nnamdi Kanu, in fact, the whole thing happening in Nigeria, including the election. Do you think any sensible man or anybody can just walk into a television station and say the best thing to do was to kill Nnamdi Kanu, and the person making that statement is also from the Southeast? The person just go into the television station and say, you know what, this guy should be executed. That is the only way peace can return in the Southeast. That is what all the Southeasterners are agitating for. Do you think, I don't know, you guys, I want you guys to think about it. Do you think somebody can just get up, walk into the station and grant an interview that's going to be shown, and he was even proud to say he was able to listen, that he wants Nnamdi Kanu to be killed, that is the only way peace can return to the Southeast? Do you think somebody can just walk in and grant that interview? It's not possible. That interview is not something it's not just a casual interview. Now, this is what is going, I'm just trying to analyze what's going on, because I was thinking about it. When I see about that interview, I was trying to find out who is that person. There is no way somebody can just go into a network, a TV station, or a digital station and grant an interview, considering the volatility in Nigeria now, both the election, Nnamdi Kanu issue, that a lot of people, especially people from the Southeast, are still angry that he was locked up. A man that has not committed any murder, he has not even killed anybody, was locked up, while people that committed murder are walking free in the street. And then somebody from the Southeast, from the same region, from the same area where Nnamdi comes from, walk into a station and grant an interview, and he was proud to say I want you guys to listen to this. He wants Nnamdi Kanu to be executed, that is the only way peace can return to the Southeast, and the whole Easterners are agitating for it. Do you think that is possible? It's not possible. Now, remember, Nnamdi Kanu filed an appeal. First of all, I'm not a member of ESN. I'm not an IPOB member, okay? I'm just analyzing a core statement. Remember, Nnamdi Kanu filed an appeal for his life sentence. All right? Now, during his life sentence, the state, which is Nigeria, counter-appeal that and included death sentence in that appeal. I want you guys to mark that. Included death sentence in that appeal. I think the appeal is still ongoing. There's no resolution to that appeal yet. Why did the state inserted in the appeal something that was not in the judgment or in the trial? Why would the state now request for capital punishment for somebody that has not committed any murder? I know treason. When he committed treason involved capital murder. When you committed treason, capital murder there's a possibility they're going to give you capital punishment, which is death. But in this case, why would the state counter appeal and requesting for capital punishment for somebody who has not laid a finger to anybody or commit murder? Why people that have committed murder openly, executed, the servicemen are being given many sentences or set free? Why? Have you guys asked why would the state? First of all, throughout the time he was in detention in Buhari government never seek for capital punishment. Malami never seek for any capital punishment. But when Tinubu comes in, he set his kingsmen free, two of his kingsmen free, who has even done more than what Nnamdi does, set them free. And then seek for capital punishment for Nnamdi Kanu. The appeal is still ongoing. There's no resolution to that appeal. Now, that is pending in the court. Nnamdi Kanu is up north being incarcerated. Then all of a sudden, from nowhere, an Easterner, somebody from the East, go into the network and grant an interview and said, proudly, confidently, that he wants Nnamdi Kanu to be executed. That's the only way peace can return to the Southeast. That all Easterners are agitating for it. Do you guys think it is possible that anybody can go into a station and grant such an interview without any backing or without any plan laid down? That's my second question. I'm just giving you guys a scenario. I'm painting a scenario for you guys to know. You got to fill in the gap. Before such man can go into a station and grant such interview, there must be an assurance, there must be security backup to him and any member of his. In fact, don't be surprised all his family members are already flown out of the country. They are no more here. Before he grant that interview, don't be surprised his immediate family member, wife and children, even parents or siblings or nephews, all are out of the country for safety. And for him, he will be under 24 hours security protection by whoever that is beating the drum for him to go into a station and grant that interview. That interview is not just an ordinary interview. Why wouldn't they use somebody from the south side or some from the southwest or some from the north? Why would he be somebody from the east to grant such an interview? When there is a pending appeal, the state is seeking for a capital punishment, and then all of a sudden from nowhere, somebody grants an interview Not in Arise, not in Channel TV, but from one unknown station. Not in NTA, the national television, but in one station, and grant that interview. And you think such man will be walking on the street freely without any security protection? And you think such man, his family are still in Nigeria? No. There's a collaboration. I'm just giving you guys a tip for you guys to fill in the gap. There is no way any sensible man will go into any national network to grant an interview looking at the volatility of Nigeria now to say Nnamdi Kanu, no, and you are from the east, say Nnamdi Kanu should be executed. That's the only way peace will return. And he will walk on the street freely. That man is on the 24 hours security protection. And I can bet anybody, his family members are out of the country. And one thing again you guys are going to watch, out is the appeal. Don't be surprised the appeal judgment comes out and say the state has proven their case, Nnamdi Kanu deserve to get that capital punishment. And then the state is going to say, oh, but his people say, somebody grant an interview that the people say, by the way, who are the people? That the Southeasterners say that they want him to be executed. They're going to lynch on this interview now that we seek for capital punishment, and then even the Southeasterners are backing the capital punishment. And the next thing, they send him to a hangman. So so I just want to give you guys, paint the scenario, and you guys fill in the gap. Now, one thing again, the last part of it is that this is also a trap for the Southeasterners. There are two things happening. It's either they are looking for something that is going to support their case for the capital punishment, by saying even the people from that region are in support for the capital punishment. Either that is one angle of it, or this another angle again I'm looking at is that is a trap for the Southeasterners. Something they can use to send in the military. This man has said this thing now, and then the next thing the Southeasterners start rioting, looking for the man, damaging things. And then the next thing you see, military will float the Southeast and make sure they disfranchise all the people in the Southeast not to cast their vote. All the Southeast will be under military control until after the election. I'm just trying to fill in the gap. Why would a such man walk into a national studio and grant such interview without any purpose or any hidden agenda? Two angles. Either the state is looking for something to buttress or to support their case in the court, because an appeal, there's no conclusion in the appeal. And I wouldn't be surprised 2 weeks, a month from now, you see a judgment, the state, yes, capital punishment back. Using this man interview to justify that capital punishment that the Southeasterners are in support. I want you guys to put an eye on that area. Or the second aspect of it is, what can we do to disorganize the Southeast? What can we do to draw them out that is going to make them to come out, start rioting, damaging them? Oh, somebody grant an interview, and they start looking for the man, threat of life, and the next thing they send in the military. The most easiest place in Nigeria where they can send military within is, even with the slightest excuse, is in the Southeast. Just to keep them intimidated, suppressed, anything to disorganize them in that election, so that this election will come and go without even a vote coming out from there. Since I can't get Southeast, nobody's going to get Southeast. So I'm just trying to piece the puzzle why would such an individual from the southeast comes out to grant an interview that Nnamdi Kanu should be executed from nowhere and he's going to walk on the freely, or the family is going to be in Nigeria? I don't think so. For every reason why this interview is granted, there is a purpose. So what I'm trying to say in conclusion is that if you're from the southeast, this shouldn't force you to lead to protest. It could be a trap being cast for you guys to fall into that trap. Because this government or the state can do anything possible to retain power. So that is why this is the time to be vigilant. This is the time to be vigilant. I'm independent. I don't belong to any party. I'm independent. I speak freely. I can speak for and against. Okay? I can speak for and against. Okay? So what I'm trying to say now is that if you're from the southeast in Nigeria, this is the time to be calm, resolute, focus, and don't fall into that trap. The first trap has been casted, and they're looking for another trap. Okay? There is a reason. There is a reason why such an individual will go into a national TV and grant such interview. And he was even confident and purposefully saying, please listen to me carefully. The only way this peace can return to the south is if this man is executed. And he wasn't missing words. So that is my own, I'm trying to fill in the puzzle. I've been battling with it. Why would such individual go to a national network without any reason, without any cause? Without any cause. There is a backup. There is a backup. And I can bet you the family of such individual is not in Nigeria. Their family have been relocated outside Nigeria. Him staying here will have round-the-clock security watch, be under security watch to make sure his life is not at risk. So that is my own intuition in this case, because so let me say it out. So I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Keep watching, and I also if there's anything to analyze further, I'm going to come back and then give you guys my own shout out. Okay? So if you like the content, give us a thumbs up. Bye.